Broadcast. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Lizette Gabriel, and I work as a librarian in the Business and Economic Department here at the Los Angeles Public Library. Welcome to today's presentation called Doing Business with the City of Los Angeles. This is the last program in the three-part webinar series and is brought to you by the Mayor's Office of Economic Development and the Los Angeles Office of Procurement. Today's presenters are Rosa Penaloza, Robert Lowry, Emma Maxie, and Andrew Herrera. A little about our presenters today. Ooh, overshot. So Rosa Penaloza serves the City of Los Angeles Economic Workforce Development Department as the Assistant Chief Grants Administrator. She directs the Business Advancement Team and Business Source Center programs known as BSC to revitalize the local economy by providing services and resources to help business owners launch viable businesses, grow revenue streams, stabilize or expand, and create jobs in the City of Los Angeles. Ms. Penaloza brings more than 20 years of workforce and economic development experience. She holds a master's in business administration from University of Redlands and a Bachelor of Science in business management from University of Phoenix. She is an accomplished businesswoman and a dedicated public service leader. Robert Lowry joined Merriweather and Williams Insurance Services in December 2018 as a field support project manager to support contractors with current projects and the bidding process. After working as a owner's rep, consultant, and project manager for both a large general contractor and a minority contractor, Robert brings over 25 years of project management experience to the contractor development and bonding program. Robert obtained his Bachelor of Science in Engineering, in Engineering Technology from Old Dominion University. Emma Maxie is the Lender Relations Specialist with the United States Small Business Administration, serving in the Los Angeles District Office that covers Los Angeles, Ventura, and Santa Barbara counties. In her role, Ms. Maxie focuses on assisting entrepreneurs with accessing SBA's tools and resources through community engagement, training, outreach, equity, and inclusion while encouraging small business success through their participation in SBA's many programs and services. And our last speaker is Andrew Herrera. For the past 30 years, Andrew has held employment career positions dedicated to public policy, economic development, government and business relations, and public service. Working for the state and municipal governments, the nonprofit economic development sector, and operating his own consulting business, Mr. Herrera has had an opportunity to work closely with thousands of local and large businesses, including CEOs, senior executives, and small business owners on a variety of business and industry-related issues ranging from transportation to small business financing to strategic planning and business development and government contracting. He currently is the Procurement Relationship Manager for the Los Angeles Minority Business Development Agency, known as MBDA, operated by Pacific Asian Consortium in Employment, also known as PACE. So a little housekeeping before we begin. Today's program is being recorded and will be available to view later. If we exceed our 1-hour time limit, you can view the rest of the program on the library's YouTube page. And we will put the link to the YouTube page at the end of the program. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments section, and we will have a Q&A session after this portion of the presentation. So our first speaker, Rosa, will present on EWDD, Business Advancement Services and Financial Programs. I'd now like to pass the presentation over to Rosa. All right. It's all yours, Rosa.
Thank you, Lisette. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this series that is being offered to all of you. My name is Rosa Penalosa, and I am with the City of Los Angeles Economic and Workforce Development Department. Next slide. Our vision here at our Economic and Workforce Development Department is to develop and implement programs and projects that yield thriving businesses and create job training and career opportunities for the City of Los Angeles. Next slide. We have a business response unit. If you are a small business looking to receive assistance with obtaining your permits, with understanding a little bit about, what you need to have in place in order to run your business in the City of Los Angeles. If you are an entrepreneur that is navigating the permitting process and is unclear and needs some support, feel free to contact our business response unit. We have a team that is able to lend you that support, navigate through some of the bureaucracy, assist with, connecting you with the correct individuals, and possibly, expedite, the process in obtaining your permits in order to start or continue your business. Next slide. We also have what we call the Los Angeles Small Business Commission. This is an advisory group that serves as the liaison between the city and small business community. We host, monthly meetings, and we want to encourage you as a small business and as an entrepreneur, to attend these ongoing meetings, especially if you like to advocate, for anything in particular that is impacting your business. If you are looking to promote economic, opportunities, if you are looking, to make, some contacts, increase, your network, we definitely want to have you participate in our ongoing small business commission meetings that can lend you that extra support as you navigate, your business as an entrepreneur, or as you wish to expand or sustain your business. Next slide. There's also something really wonderful that our Economic and Workforce Development Department offers, and that is incubators. So let's say that you are an entrepreneur that has a wonderful idea. You're wanting to launch your business, get started. You're in those early stages and you are unsure of what you really want to do. This is a perfect opportunity for you to come on into one of our City of Los Angeles incubators. This is an accelerated style program where you will have the opportunity to develop, your idea, your concept of a business, and ensure that it grows. You will have the support system of professionals within, the incubators, coaches, and mentors that can lend you that support in order for you to be able to launch your business. There's also free office space and an abundance of other resources as you'd like, as you'd like to start this business. Next slide. The other thing here are the incubators that we currently have. Lacey being one of them. It's called Los Angeles Clean Tech Incubator. If you have something in your mind as an entrepreneur that has to do with technology, that has to do with this concept of green jobs, definitely visit them. We also have Grid 110 that offers another platform, for startups. And then, of course, we have Sabio. And then we have a couple of new incubators that are not included in this slide, but you can definitely visit our website, at EWDD, and you'll be able to take a look at the list of different incubators that we have. Next slide. The other thing is that we also have our Los Angeles Food Policy Council, and we have an incubator where it's a CLA, and this is to promote healthy neighborhood markets. So if you are a business in a community where you are running maybe a little store, a market area, a supermarket, and you'd like to enhance, that opportunity, we definitely encourage you to visit CLA for added support, to either grow your business, offer, increase the amount of healthy food in low income communities, and much more. So please visit them. And next slide. And now let me tell you a little bit about our business financial programs that are offered, here at EWDD. First of all, if you are a small business looking for a potential loan, to get started, we actually have, funding opportunities, as a opportunity, if everyone has turned you down, and you have an idea, you have a concept, you want to start your business, or you want to grow your business and you're not receiving the support of different lenders, we definitely want you to visit one of our business source centers, or contact our department directly for the opportunity to receive a small business loan at very competitive low rates. We also have what we call major project loan program, and this is primarily for large scale commercial development projects in low and moderate income communities. So if you are exploring as a business to possibly entertain a big project, we definitely want to know about it. Feel free to contact us to receive additional information. And then, of course, we have the Los Angeles Development Fund. And, this is also another opportunity for loans or grants that are available for small businesses. So if if your business is looking for some financial opportunities, know that our EWDD department has several different programs that are available for you to assist you. Next slide. And here we go with access to capital, which is one of the major needs for small businesses right now, especially as we're trying to recover from this pandemic. So access to capital, we have a total of 10 business source centers throughout the city of Los Angeles that can assist you with services that have to do with access to capital, either by offering you a loan or a grant or assisting you in that process. The city of Los Angeles recently released a couple of different grant programs. One was the Equity Fund Grant Program that is primarily to assist women-owned businesses that are facing financial struggles, due to the pandemic. And there was this grant available, for to help businesses. Then we have the Micro Enterprise Grant Program. For the smaller businesses that were seeking, that assistance, and this is primarily to help them, with this recovery and to actually remain open and continue to run their business. And then, of course, more recently, we had the Rental Assistance Program, and this is to assist small business owners in the city of Los Angeles with the rental assistance, to pay up to 6 months of, outstanding rent cost, or up to $15K, whichever is less. All of these programs are available also at our EWDD website. And again, if you are interested in receiving some assistance with access to capital as to what grants are available or loan programs, I highly encourage you to visit one of our business source centers, and you can find the list of business source centers available at our website. Next slide. So with that, I'd like to thank you very much, for your participation. I hope that all of these resources are helpful to you, and that you come by and visit one of our centers, contact our department if you are a small business and need assistance, or possibly you're an entrepreneur looking to launch, a business. You can either see the business source centers or the incubators. And of course, if you are a small business looking for advocacy, policy, enhancing your network, we have the Small Business Commissioners meeting that takes place. And, again, all of this information is available on our website. And so with that, the next slide will give you our information as to where you can contact us, the website, our main number. And then, of course, we have all of the different social media platforms where you can identify us, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or LinkedIn. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rosa. So let me introduce now Robert. All right, so let me put your presentation here, Robert. All right, so Robert will be presenting on Contract Financing Assistance Program, also known as CFAP. I hope I got that correct.
Correct. Sure did. Thank you.
All right. So
it's a lot of words.
Yes. All right. So
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Robert Lowry, and I'm going to be presenting a little bit about our Contract Development Bonding Program and our CFAP. So next slide, please. Okay, a little bit about us. We're a woman-owned company. Started out as a property casualty insurance broker, and we have started to develop into contract development. We administer this program for the city of Los Angeles for over 15 years. So we have really become great business partners with the city of Los Angeles with our contract development and bonding program. We do have offices in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Oakland. We are now a regional program in Southern California as well. So that's a little bit about us. Next slide, please. As with this contract development, we focus on 4 pillars. As you can see this in the slide here. But today I'm going to talk about the second pillar, which is more with the financing. So we do have opportunities. Next slide. So with the program, we do have a lot of different capacity services that we offer within the program. It's like bonding capacity. You get a dedicated account manager that is like a business development for you that will be your point of contact once you are enrolled into the program. And that individual is going to aid you with your certifications. Anything that you need to is your go-to person with that. Next slide, please. Okay, so a little bit about, I know it's a lot on this PowerPoint because this is our new service, Contract Finance Assistance Program. The key thing with this is not like a typical loan. We use your contract as the collateral. So once you're on a contract, we use that to work with you to go and secure the loan request. And we have partnered with PACE, and Andrew will speak a little bit about PACE later on this afternoon. So we underwrite these loans. We work with you to determine what's cash that you have on hand, and then the amount for the project. So this is a cash-based contract. So it is a seed money for you to get started, because as you know, we have a lot of payment issues where you think you can get paid in 30 days and it's 40, 60, 90 days. So this is money that's going to be up front for you, so to help you with payroll and any supplies that you got to do until you get paid. This program is a short-term loan. It is up to $250,000, uh, and then sometimes we can go over to 500,000, but it depends. That's on a case-by-case basis. Uh, we will work with you to get you pre-qualified with this. And this program right now is only offered for public works, but there is ways that we can work around to help you, with it. It's not a line of credit. So that's the big thing. This is for projects only. We use it for one project at a time. So once you pay the loan off, then you can apply for another project. And it's a short term, less than 1 year. We have a third party funds administration. So the money will go into a holding account and they will pay your bills. So the bills get paid first, then the lender, in this case, will be PACE, and then you. So we'll make sure that the guarantee of getting repaid. The interest rate currently is below a normal loan. So we're at a 6.25% interest and a 1% interest origination fee. So you can, at the time of enrolling to our program, you can factor that into the cost of your loan. We also will help you develop a cash flow so you can determine how much you really need, when you need it, and you can see the repayment. All this goes into the packet that goes back to our loan committee. So there's a lot there. Just want to briefly touch about it. Next slide, please. So, most of the time it's like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. So traditional lenders, less appetite for contractors because you're just starting, your credit score could be low, all that. So this also can help bypass your credit score, even though we use your personal financial statements if you don't have any further business to help us determine, how much you can qualify for. So next slide. So how will this help small minority contractors? It's a great tool. Like I said, it almost guarantees you the loan. You won't get rejected because we will work with you. You're only going to get the amount that you truly need. Like I said, you could get up to 250,000, but we can say, all right, he really only needs 70,000. So we'll take 70,000 out of that 250,000 to pay you. Then you can pay that back. If you need more, then we can pull out whatever you were approved for. So it's like a savings account. It's kind of what I break it down into layman's terms. It's a great because it helps you build your capacity. The next slide. So how can this help prime contractors? There's numerous things. It's help with their equality, inclusion, small firms, because we have vetted you, you're pre-qualified, you're in our program, so they know that you are ready to do business. And with this loan, they know that you will be able to complete your project, on time, without having claims. And also, it's just a great program. Even I am like the field support project manager. So once you're on a project, I will be the point person checking in monthly, helping with change orders, your billing. And the primes like this because we're vetting, we're helping you out so that won't be delays with them. Next slide, please. So here is our contact information here. If you would like to get enrolled into our program, please send an email to the mwis@mwis.com and ask for enrollment. And this program is free to you once you enroll to the program. The city of Los Angeles is facilitating and paying for this service. So we invite anyone that is a SBE, a new company, construction, reach out to us. We'll get you into the program, get you started. There's a lot of workshops we do monthly. We have academies on bidding and estimating. We also have seminars on cash flow projection. So there's a lot of tools that can help you develop your business. So with that, I think I stayed within my 10 minutes, but I thank you all for allowing me to present on a high level of our contract financing program. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Robert. Thank you. All right. So now our next speaker, Miss Emma Maxie. And let me bring your presentation up here.
Thank you.
All right then. And Emma is going to be presenting on bridge funding options that a small or micro business can consider when bidding for or accepting a contract. So I leave it up to you now, Emma.
Okay, thank you. And thank you for inviting me to be here. First of all, created in 1953, the SBA continues to help small business owners and entrepreneurs pursue the American dream. The SBA is the only cabinet level federal agency fully dedicated to small businesses and provides counseling, capital, and contracting expertise as the nation's only go-to resource and a voice for small businesses. I will begin speaking on commercial bridge loans and conclude with SBA's funding as another option. Next slide, please. What is a bridge loan? A bridge loan is a short-term loan used to help tide over a business during a temporary cash crunch. Bridge loans are a gateway of opportunity for many businesses. Whether you're in search of a bridge loan for a business acquisition or finding it difficult to secure long-term financing but need immediate funds, find out how this financing can help. These funds can be quickly provided and used to act on a time-sensitive opportunity or sustain business. Next slide. A bridge loan will help provide funds for your business if you do not have it readily available. The most common way to use a bridge loan is for short-term funding that serves as a bridge between the immediate need for capital and long-term financing, or an expected influx of cash. Bridge financing can be taken out and repaid over a few months or sometimes 2 years. A borrower enters a bridge loan agreement with the intention of quickly paying it off or refinancing it with a long-term funding. Next slide, please. Types of small bridge financing, commercial real estate loans is one, and I will provide you the pros and cons. If you're looking to acquire or make renovation or other capital improvements to a property, you may seek a commercial real estate or mortgage bridge loan. The pros: it provides funds to buy or improve commercial, residential, and industrial property while you're waiting to make a profit from your real estate investment. Alternate funding options when permanent financing can't be obtained, such as property needs significant renovation, unsatisfactory credit history, and it can be used for non-owner occupied properties. The cons: requires collateral, property being borrowed against, specifically for real estate, higher interest fees than conventional commercial loans, and it may have a clause requiring payments of the loan upon the sale of the property. The business line of credit. You can use the business line of credit or bridge a short-term funding gaps. With this type of financing, your lender authorizes a set amount of funds for which you draw money whenever you need it. You pay interest only on the funds you borrow. Pros: you can use it flexibly. You can pay interest only on the funds you borrow, and you build credit in some cases. The cons: collateral may be required. may have costly fees, may have to resubmit paperwork to reuse the funds. Next slide. Short-term loans can also be used as a type of bridge financing. They're similar to conventional loans, term loans, but are similar to in scale and have much shorter repayment schedules. The pros: long-term commitments, limited paperwork, fast approval, a variety of uses. The cons: can be expensive, accelerated repayment schedules, daily or weekly. Accounts receivable financing. Another option is accounts receivable financing, which turns unpaid invoices into capital. Lenders charge a weekly fee until the customer pays off the finance invoice. Pros with these are near immediate access to cash, low qualification and requirements, no collateral required. The cons are clients with bad credit could disqualify you, no guarantee of invoice collections, and reoccurring weekly fees. Merchant cash advance. Another possibility to bridge cash flow gaps is the merchant cash advance. With this type of financing, a lender gives you a set amount of cash upfront. You repay the advance plus the fees with a percentage of your sales. The pros are low qualification requirements, no collateral required. The cons are can be expensive and daily payments. Next slide, please. Okay, 1 second, please. Okay, compared with typical forms of financing, a bridge loan is generally more expensive with higher interest rates and fees. Additionally, borrowing might be responsible for the following fees. I'm trying to see where I am. 1 second, I think I just lost my slides. 1 second, please. What slide are you on, please? Can you tell me that? I can't hear you. Okay. Okay.
Of course, I would be muted. It's qualifying for a bridge loan.
Okay. What number is that slide, please?
That is slide number 6.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, good. Okay, I try to keep them in order. Okay, it can be easier to borrowers to qualify for a commercial bridge loan when compared with long-term financing. Commercial mortgage bridge loan lenders will typically require you to offer collateral for your loan, such as real estate. Additionally, to obtain financing for up to 80% of the value. Also, the amount of you qualify will be based on the value of the property for which you need the loan. Alternatively, for unsecured business loans that you could be used as a form of bridge financing, such as business line of credit, short-term loans, merchant cash advance, you do not need to offer specific collateral, though lenders likely require a professional guarantee or general lien. Number 7, please. Next slide. Okay, now, compared with typical forms of financing, the bridge is generally more expensive with higher interest rates and fees. Additionally, borrowers might be responsible for the following fees: loan origination fees, administration, appraisal, escrow, title, policy costs, and notary fees. Before coming to terms on a bridge loan agreement, evaluate the return of investment you could expect to see from the loan. Ultimately, you need to weigh the cost of this loan, type of short-term funding against the benefit of being able to act on an opportunity to sustain the business. In general, Borrowers accept these terms because they require fast, convenient access to funds. They will be willing to pay high interest rates because they know the bridge financing is short term and plan to pay it off quickly with proceeds or a loan interest long-term financing. And this is the formula for calculating your ROI. So you take the net profits divided by investment times 100 is equal to your ROI. The net profit refers to the profits you expect to get from your loan proceeds minus financing fees. Investments refer to the loan amount, including interest and fees. Next slide, please. Where you can turn when you need a bridge loan for your business. Here are a few types of commercial bridge loan lenders to consider. Private lenders, investment companies, banks, debt funds, and alternate lenders. Next slide, please. Because a bridge loan is a temporary capital solution, it's critical for business owners to identify a clear exit strategy if they don't anticipate a sudden inflow of cash. You need to refinance your bridge loan with a longer-term solution. If you lack the credentials to qualify for a traditional bank loan, a small business or SBA loan is an excellent option. SBA loans can be as large as $5 million with repayment terms as long as 25 years. And interest rates start as low as prime plus 2.25% for 7A loans. These are favorable because SBA guarantees a percentage of these loans, reducing the overall risk for the lender. Next slide, please. The Sba Funding Program does not offer direct loans except for economic injury disaster. We work with different lenders that help you with the following general business loan options. 7A loan program, SBA's most common loan, includes financial help for businesses with special requirements. This is the best option when real estate is part of a business purchase, short and long-term working capital. You can refinance current business debt, purchase furniture and fixtures and supplies. The maximum loan amount for a 7A loan is $5 million. Key eligibility factors are based on what the business does to receive the income, its credit history, and where the business operates. Your lender will help you figure out types of loan that is best for you. The next slide, please, is the microloan program. Smaller size loans of up to $50,000 provided through SBA funding intermediaries. A microloan program provides loans up to $50,000 to help small businesses and certain nonprofit child care centers start up and expand. The average microloan is $13,000. SBA provides funds to specifically designated intermediary lenders, which are nonprofit community-based organizations with experience in lending as well as management and technical assistance. These intermediaries administer the microloan program for eligible borrowers. Next slide, please. The real estate equipment loans, and this is a CDC 504 loan, can be used for a range of assets that promote business growth and job creation. These include the purchase of construction, existing buildings or land, new facilities, long-term machinery and equipment, or the improvement of modernization of land, street, utilities, parking lots, landscaping, and existing facilities. Your 504 loan cannot be used for working capital or inventory, consolidating, repaying, or refinancing debt, or speculations or investments in rental real estate. Next slide, please. And to get familiar with these loans, we have a lender match connect to the lenders to get matched to a potential lender offering SBA backed funding. And go to this link and we will put it in the chat. Describe your needs, get matched in 2 days, and talk to lenders and apply for the loan. So you must be ready, have your paperwork together when you go to the bank, and they will definitely help you. The next slide, please. And some of our resource partners, local organizations partially funded by the SBA to provide free or low business counseling and training. Go to this particular link. I won't read it. We'll put it in the chat. And you can, when you put it in there, all you have to do is put your zip code in and it will list all the resources that are in your area under that zip code. You can use it anywhere, and this works anywhere in the country. Next slide, please. So that's all. That's my 10 minutes, I believe, and thank you very much. And this is my contact information, and feel free to call us anytime to help you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Emma. So, all right, now for our portion, our next portion is basically the Q&A, and I'm going to bring Robert and Rosa back to the stream. Okay, here we go. And then let me see what questions we have popping up over here. Okay. All right, so it looks like the first one is for, I believe this is Rosa's question. And the question is, are there any fees for any of the EWDD programs?
No, there are no fees for any of the EWDD programs. Most of our programs are offered either through the City of Los Angeles General Fund or any federal grants that we receive. So all of the services are absolutely free.
Free, perfect. And I see that there's also one from one of our audience. And the question is, how do we apply for the incubator?
Yes. So depending on your interest as an entrepreneur, you would want to reach any one of our incubators, and you can find the list and their contact information at our EWDD website. And so you would want to contact them directly, and most important, let them know that you are interested and get registered and get started.
Perfect. Yay. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have here that's popping up? Oh, okay. I think this one sounds like Robert's question. So do I have to enroll into the Contractor Development and Bonding Program? And how much does it cost to be in the program?
Yes, to enroll into the program to receive the services, yes, you need to enroll. If you're a contractor state license or you're obtaining one, we can help you with that. And it is free, as I mentioned during my presentation, that the City of Los Angeles is funding this program. So the only money is going to be your time and effort in the program. So that is a great thing. It's a free service.
Okay, perfect. All right. So let's see. I'm going to make sure I cover all the public questions here. I'm not sure to which presenter this applies, but the question is from George Rodriguez. How long does it take to go through the process till approval? Average approval time frame. So I'm not sure. I guess it could be applied to both Rosa and Robert as to maybe approval time frame on either of your programs.
I'll take it first. I think for the CFAP, the process for pre-qualification is 2 to 3 weeks. It depends on your finances, your paperwork, getting that in place. Once we have worked and wrote the loan, it takes about 2 weeks for our lending partners to approve it. So the entire process could be 4 weeks if everything goes according to
Okay.
plan. For the program, once you fill out the application, the enrollment application, you're automatically within our program.
Okay. So that was quick. And for you, Rosa?
And that's for, I'm assuming that they're asking in regards to the financial programs. And so our financial programs definitely vary, and it depends on all of the documentation and how timely it is submitted. On an average, we see anywhere between 45 to 60 days, to have a full, complete, package and approval process.
All right. And Emma, would you happen to know anything on your end, or is it still based on the lenders who are helping the small businesses?
It depends on how prepared they are when they go to see the lenders, and depending on the type of loan that they're requiring and how much they need. So it varies.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So let's see. Okay. I think this might be maybe Emma. So what is the latest news on the economic injury disaster loan?
Thank you for asking me that question. First of all, a lot of people are calling us about the ending of the idle loan. We ran out of money, and we actually funded $378 billion directly to small businesses across the country. And 3.9 small businesses were able to access that funding. We are, you know, we're just out of money. But if you have paperwork that states that your loan was funded or will be funded, you will get or receive your money. There are some that were almost at the very part of being funded. Unfortunately, they will not receive it. It has to say obligated on the paperwork. If it says obligated, we will fund the money. But if it says it was on its way and you never received the paperwork, unfortunately, we will not be funding it. But we do have other programs that you want to contact us for to help you with other financing options that we have available. But unfortunately, the idle loan has finally expired.
Okay. All right. So it all depends on having the funds available, I guess. All right then. So let me just double check our comments to see if anybody else has any questions that we need to respond to. Okay. Okay. So, all right. So we have a basic sort of general question here from Tiana Hutchinson. And the question says, hi, I've been in childcare provider for 10 years and am looking to franchise my business. Where do I start?
So I have a response for that. If they are interested in franchising their business, I highly encourage them to visit our local business source centers. They can assist them with the business structure, and get, all of the documentation and, applications in place that are needed, and then possibly even secure the access to capital to, expand their business.
Okay, perfect. There's also one more for you, Rosa, from, okay, I don't want to pronounce it because I think I'm going to kill the the audience member's name. But when are the monthly meetings that you spoke about?
Yes, the small business commissions meetings, or the small business commissioners meetings, I'm sorry, are monthly, and you can find that schedule at our EWDD website. And so there is a tab there for Small Business Commission, and the schedule for the year is listed there. So please feel free to look there.
All right, thank you. Okay, so we're getting close to the end, and I still have the second part of our presentation. So thank you again, Emma and Robert, for being here with us. I'm going to remove you for now, and
Thank
We
you.
will, thank you, Robert. Thank you, Emma. So, Rosa, I will keep you on. And now we will be sort of doing our second portion, which of course is for the second part, Rosa will be presenting an overview on City of Los Angeles Business Source Centers, get to know city resources that can assist your business. So let me just bring up our presentation. And all right, it's all yours, Rosa.
Thank you, Listen. So here I am again. I've been talking about business source centers, and now you're probably wondering, well, who are they? Where are they? So we have 10 business source centers throughout the city of Los Angeles that are operated by our economic and workforce development department. Next slide. Our economic development has a major focus to launch, build, and grow our businesses. We offer cost-effective solutions to the city of LA, startup ventures, and establish small and large businesses to help them be successful and competitive. Next slide. So our business source centers, what can they help you with? Well, most important, they have technical assistance for entrepreneur training, one-on-one consulting, one-on-one counseling. They're able to do a needs and market assessment of your business, possibly establish your business plan, identify, a location, maybe assist you with lease negotiations, maybe a comprehensive business plan, a strategic plan. And then, of course, on the financing side, they are able to lend you support, with identifying your loan qualifications and requirements. We have a strong network of, partners. We work very closely with our small business administration, our SBAs and SBDC centers, to identify potential loans and alternative financial services. We can assist you with the loan packaging or grant packaging of your of whatever you'd like to apply. We also lend assistance with credit counseling, and we do have a partnership with Money Management International that has professional counselors available to assist you. We also want to encourage our businesses to take advantage of tax incentives and credits. So there is definitely a way of getting that done, and we can guide you through the proper documentation and give you guidance. And then, of course, we have an array of business courses and virtual workshops that are available to help you enhance your business, or for that matter, get it started as an entrepreneur, right? And so not only our workshops, and our courses range from, fiscal management to accounting services, e-commerce that has been a major request, right? And especially during this pandemic, how do I launch my e-commerce initiatives in my business? How do I promote? How do I conduct, marketing, online marketing? So there's an array of different workshops and services. So we encourage you to visit one of our business source centers. Next slide. Here there's a list of the 10 business source centers throughout the city of Los Angeles. And so you would want to contact, one of them to lend you the support that you need, to, again, get your business started, or for that matter, expand, grow, increase your revenues, identify what are your challenges. And, more than anything, our ultimate goal is for you to remain in business, right? And continue to exceed, especially during these challenging economic times. Next slide. I wanted to share just the customer highlight. This business during our pandemic, was getting ready to shut down, and thanks to the business visiting one of our business source centers, they were able to identify some potential resources and opportunities that would help this business not only remain open, but they were able to package, the paperwork that was needed for grants and some loans. They were able to take advantage of our LA Optimized program that assisted them with that whole digital and marketing service. And, thanks to all of the different resources that were offered, this business remains open. They were able to hire additional people. And most important, they were able to keep their employees on board. And, now they're talking about expansion. So, just the wonderful work that takes place at our business source centers, make that investment, and that your investment is your time. Your investment is, contacting them and taking advantage of, the resources that are available to help your business. Next slide. So with that, I want to thank you very much. And so, again, here is our website. And, I have also provided the link to our Business Source Center social media platform. So if you want to learn a little bit more about our Business Source Centers or contact one of them, there is, plenty of opportunity for you to do that. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Rosa. So now our next presenter is going to be Andrew. Let me just add him to the stream. Welcome, Andrew. Oh, I think you're on mute, Andrew. Can you unmute yourself? It's the bottom. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and let me. Oh, my camera got blurry. I don't know what happened.
Well, if you want, you can just stay with audio for now. But let me bring up your slide in the meantime. And Andrew will be presenting on what PACE, which again stands for Pacific Asian Consortium in Employment, does as a business source center and their work on procurement.
So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Andrew Herrera. I'm a procurement relationship manager for our MBDA program, which stands for the Minority Business Development Agency here in LA. However, our service areas for the whole Southern California and technically up and down the state. We operate many programs. We have two business source center contracts, one in the Pico Union and one in Hollywood, which recently we recently acquired. We also operate a women's business center, which is funded and overseen by the Small Business Administration. We also operate what's called a Biz Program. That is out of the Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development. We also operate, as my previous colleague Robert mentioned, the Contractors Financial Assistance Program. We partner closely with the Meriwether and Williams and trying to help small businesses to be able to scale and to go after contracts. We also have a workforce center, and we also have our PACE Finance Corporation, which is a CDFI, an alternative lender. And we also offer loans that are guaranteed by the SBA. Under that program, our loans range anywhere from $500 up to $750,000, depending on what the need is and the project by project, case by case. So now under the GoBiz program and under the MBDA, those are specialty programs that targeting businesses to get contracts and to do business with the government, either the federal, the state, the county, the city, other counties, other cities, Long Beach, Anaheim, etc. And then we also operate the MBDA program, which is specifically targeted for minority business owners. But we can help everybody either under GoBiz or under the MBDA. Now, I want to say that we believe that last year there was approximately $100 billion worth of procurement contract opportunities in the state of California, and probably more than that. And unfortunately, only about 6% of those total contracts go to disadvantaged businesses, which could be minority, women, LGBT, local, disadvantaged, and that's unfortunate. And so we're here to try to assist those businesses to recognize that there are opportunities out there for you. That's how you can grow your business, especially coming out of the pandemic, where we saw a downsizing, but it also opened up opportunities. And as we see that the economy is changing and technology is changing, we want to try to identify those businesses that can operate in those arenas and secure a small business certification so they can be able to compete. So my job is, we offer many different services. So in addition to the services that was presented by my esteemed colleague here, Rosa, on the Business Source Center contracts, under all of the contracts we try to provide one-on-one strategic counseling to try to see exactly where you're at, try to make you understand that you need to build out your infrastructures so you can afford to go after larger contracts, or maybe it's just a matter of timing, where we educate you on what the protocols are in procurement. Now remember, it's government, it's utilities companies, and private sector. That procurement covers all of that. And it's developing a business development strategy and having a business development team in your companies. And if you don't have that in place now, you can hire the talent, or you can joint venture with other companies, so you can build your capacity in order to compete. And I used to operate my own business for about 8 years. And in the beginning, I was a little bit selfish. I said, no, I just want the contracts for myself. But at some point, I hit a wall and I realized that I couldn't expand. And I was only one person, sole proprietor. So once I started opening up the opportunities to either subcontract with a prime contractor, or me subcontract to another potential partner, or joint venture, we increased our ability to and our capacity to perform. And now we had doubled our strength, either economically or technical service wise or product wise. And so once I did that with my other partners, we started scaling. And so another very critical skill in one-on-one is contract sourcing. So where can I find the contract opportunities that match what my company can do? Now, what will happen is you'll see procurement and there's millions of dollars there. And sometimes a lot of businesses will go chasing the money without having the infrastructure in place where they can perform. Because one of the last things you want to happen is you land a contract and you cannot complete the contract. You'll get red flagged. So we want to make sure that you're within your capacity, you have the ability to scale, and we will help guide you do that. Okay, the other thing that we'll do is help you understand registering your company in the different supplier vendor portals. The government has them, the private sector has them, the utility companies. We will help guide you on how you register your business in there, identifying what are called your NEX codes, because these supplier vendor platforms have a bid match component that will, if you have, let's say they're looking for IT web designer, well, that has a very specific 6-digit NEX code, or you're an events coordinator, or you're an electrician. So we want to make sure that you identify your NEX codes and you're going to enter those into the platforms. And they have a bid match component that they're going to red flag that 6-digit code, and then they're going to send you a request for proposal, or a request for a statement of qualifications, or an invitation to bid. And so that is one of the protocols that we can follow to find contracts sent to you. Now, we also can sit one-on-one, identify the services you can provide and what industries you could provide those services to. So that's more of a proactive approach that we can sit down with you and strategize as part of strategic planning, a target marketing. So we can help you with that. We can also sit down with you and apply for small business certifications. Now, some people think they get the small business certification and that all these awards are going to come to them. You are not going to get a contract because you got a small business certification. You're going to get the contract because you're bringing a high quality product or service to the game. However, when it comes to the short list of 1 or 2 or 5, all of those companies can probably can perform on the contract. But the government has goals like LA County. 25% of all their contracts need to go to diverse small business enterprises. So we want to make sure that depending on the contract opportunities we're going to go after, that is the agency or level of government we're going to get the small business certifications. There's another thing called capability statements. In the procurement, it's like a resume, but it's not a sales pitch. It's a factual document of who you are, what you do, your core competencies, your past performance, who your management team is, all your relevant NAICS codes, and all your licenses and certifications. So in the industry, as a former procurement officer, I'm collecting those because I want to have a stack of pre-qualified businesses. So even if you don't get the contract and you apply for, you don't know if that agency or that company is going to expand geographically, or the existing contractor doesn't have the ability to handle more than one contract at a time. So we want to make sure that we are in that list and we're developing relationships with procurement officers in the government agencies and the utilities and in the private sector. We will also sit down with you. So let's say you're in the portal and you get a notice of a request for proposal. You can bring it to us. We will review it with you together. Now, some of them, they could be like 200, 300 pages. Do not get intimidated by that because they're cut up into sections. We can review that. We can see if this is a viable opportunity for you. And if you feel and based on our advice and you want to go after the contract, excuse me, we will sit down with you and we will strategize on, okay, where are you strengths? We will help you come up with a bid budget, how to format your proposal, and try to make you as competitive as possible. Now, keep in mind, it is a competitive process, so there's no guarantee. It's competition. It's free enterprise. But clearly, our mission here at PACE and through the MBDA and the Go Biz program and the Business Source Center contract is to help you scale. So we can create more jobs, we can create wealth, okay? We can grow your capacity to start developing a track record that will help you go after larger and larger contracts. And we can actually help you match you with prime contractors. So one of the programs that we offer in our workshop series is called Meet the Primes, where we'll have large prime contractors that are going after large public works projects, where it's mandatory for them to find diverse businesses, subcontractors, and so they can be awarded, because they're competing amongst themselves. So part of my job is to develop a pipeline of qualified subcontractors. And when you register your business, you're going to register both as a prime and a subcontractor. So there could be projects that are small enough that you could be a prime contractor. But it will also allow you to look up primes and introduce yourself and take a proactive approach and letting them know that you're interested in being one of their subcontractors. Or you can find other subcontractors that are in the same industry as you that potentially you could joint venture with. And these supplier vendor portals are a very valuable source of information because you can see who some of your competition is, look them up as part of your due diligence, and let's see what they're doing. And if they're doing something that you're not, that you can adapt to your company, those are the types of things that you want to do. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you is to be more sophisticated in your thinking, understand what the protocols are in procurement, that it can open up a whole new door of revenues and opportunity and business growth. And the last thing I want to say is we need to identify if you are contract ready. Because as a buyer, and I'm not looking for window shoppers or people that are aspire to do that. If you wanted to get into procurement, We got to see what you bring to the table. What kind of expertise do you have? And is there a marketplace for you? Now, keep in mind, the government, they buy everything. So chances are, even if you're a retailer, a supplier, an IT specialist, an HR company, a construction company, distribution, medical supplier, I have a client that just submitted a $250 million bid and they made the shortlist. And they're in the medical field and do remote patient monitoring. And so they're hoping that they can get a contract with the VA. So part of it is believing in yourself, recognizing your capacity, and let's go for it. And let's get some business. So with that, that's basically what I have to provide.
That was great, Andrew. Thank you so much. I really like the last part where the guys, like, they went for it and they're shortlisted. Okay, so I think for now we have, it looks like, a few questions. So we've already passed our time, so I will only sort of maybe 2 or 3 questions, Andrew. So
Okay.
the first one is, are the services, are services and resources free?
Yes, so long as you pay your tax, pay your dollars to the state or to the federal, all of our services are free. Maybe at some point down the line, we may charge as we start building a bigger track record.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're under contract to do $50 million a year under the MBDA. And I think we're at about a little over 25 million right now. So all of our services are free. If it's something that you're interested in doing, you could come in. I personally work with a little bit larger, more established businesses, but we have a team of other counselors here that can help you scale, and maybe we can put a timeline. But short answer is our services are free.
Okay, perfect. And then the next question is, can a business source center assist me with obtaining permits?
Well, yes, we have under GoBiz or specifically with the city, our city business source centers, they can help you with that.
Okay. And then the last thing, and I think you mentioned that you guys do, can a business source center assist me with procurement?
So yes, so this last couple of years, or maybe longer than that, the city of Los Angeles is recognizing that procurement is a growth area of service. Mm-hmm. So keep in mind, we got the World Cup coming up. We got the Olympics. We just had the Super Bowl. So there's a lot of opportunities. And the city just converted their portal to what's called RAMP, and which makes it more of a regional opportunity where other cities and private sector companies can come in and put their bids. So we want to make sure that you get registered there. And you can meet with us because I have many other types of portals that we can put a strategy that you can register. We register the city, the county. We can register in Orange County and Riverside County with the feds, with the state of California. So there's a lot of opportunity out there that can open the door. Yeah. And open a whole new revenue stream and help you grow.
Okay, perfect. So with that being said, thank you all for still being with us. Now the next portion, of course, I'm going to just remove you, Andrew, for a bit.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to leave RAMP, the city's website for procurement opportunities on the stream right now as you see it. And again, this is the last program in the procurement series. So thank you everyone for being here with us, from the presenters from the first program to our last, the second, and our current presenters, both Rosa, Robert, Emma, and Andrew. Thank you all again for being here and talking about the business resources that are available to you, the financing, the loans, everything. And keep in mind that even though there's a lot of information here, There are the resources there to help you with it, including the library itself. So again, the business department here at the LAPL is also available to help you out with the beginning process, finding the resources. So again, keep us in mind. And again, a lot of resources there to help you out during this process. Okay, so let me just finish with, if you were not able to attend any of the previous live programs, all 3 programs are available on the library's YouTube page to view at your leisure. I'm also adding a quick survey, which is less than 3 minutes, but added to the time you've already been here. It shouldn't be that much. So please fill it out when you have some time. I believe it's in the comments section now. I'm not sure, but we can sort of put it in there quickly. So again, if you have time, please, again, fill it. It's not that bad, I swear. And again, thank you all for joining us today, and have a great afternoon. Bye, everyone.